Hey everyone, my name is Lee Woods and welcome back to Psychocomicology, where we talk about all things comic book and comic book culture through a psychological lens. And today what I'm going to be doing is giving you my first impressions of Captain America issue number 118, continuing the story of Captain America and Sam Wilson and the Cosmic Cube. So my first thoughts is I really appreciate this sort of training montage. As someone that grew up and studied martial arts since the age of 12, it was really cool to see Sam Wilson have that sort of connection with Steve Rogers, like growing, training, becoming the Falcon, sort of that moniker where he is the Falcon. He's no longer Sam Wilson when he puts that costume on. So I got big Rocky vibes, right? So he's growing, he's training, he has his mentor doing that, which is directly contradicting what I saw in the movies. My first impression of Sam Wilson in the movies, I didn't know he was Sam Wilson. I didn't know he had any pivotal role. I just knew it was Anthony Mackie and I liked him. But the fact that Sam Wilson grew up, came up, and became a good confidant to Steve Rogers in the movies, and then ultimately picking up the mantle in Captain America and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was really, really interesting to see, because he got that training after Steve Rogers was there. So really interesting for me to see that in the comics, Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers were really connected. And it seems like this is one of the ways that hopefully they get out of the Cosmic Cube. Don't really know. I haven't read the next issue yet. So for me, that was really cool to see and something that really drew me in. I gotta say, I still find the comedic relief, I guess, of the Exiles really weird that one guy has a scarf, a weaponized scarf, the murder chair or the death chair, still kind of out there. I mean, even talking about it, I still get kind of like, it's funny to me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to take that serious or not. But one thing I did find interesting is as I'm reading the comics, the personification of Steve Rogers, the Red Skull, being kind of a tool and a way to try to make Steve Rogers look bad as Captain America was really aggravating. I found myself being annoyed. I don't know if it was the way he was talking. I didn't know the way it was portrayed. I credit that to good writing. Anytime I found myself getting frustrated, I'm like, I don't like the way this guy talks. I don't like the way he looks. So even though it's Captain America, it's literally Steve Rogers' body, but the personality of Red Skull. So I found myself getting very annoyed when I saw those panels, saw myself reading those and getting pretty frustrated, kind of heated. So for me, I see now towards the end of it, it looks like we're getting maybe next issue or two, where Sam Wilson and Captain America get out of the Cosmic Cube. I still find this to be interesting. So I think for me, next steps, what does it make me want to read next? The next issue. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to give you my first thoughts of Captain America issue 119 and see if they finally get out of the Cosmic Cube. Also, rating systems. I'm going to tell you what I thought about it. And I'm going to give you what we call a Likert scale, where we say between 1 and 5, how well did you like it? 1, not at all. 5, very much I liked it. 3, kind of the middle, more so neutral. So what I'm going to do for Captain America 117, the one I didn't give you a rating for, I'm going to give that one 5 Freud couches. Why Freud couches? Because when I found myself reading into it, I got so in depth with it. When I was sitting in my chair, I kind of sank into my chair more. I got really thrown into that comic realm. It's like, what is happening? This is weird. What do I think about this? So it made me very thoughtful and something that really piqued my interest, which is why I read this current issue. What I give this one is 4 cigars. Why cigars? Because cigars, to me, it seemed like it took me a moment to kind of get into it. There were a couple of spots that kind of threw me off. Didn't really know how to take those. Again, the page or two of MODOK, I know who MODOK is, but the fact that it was just kind of there and then we never touched it again, again, from somebody that hasn't read before, that to me was, okay, what's happening there? The other panel, the other page of Rick Jones, didn't really know what to do about that or to think about that. So for me, it was like, okay, this guy apparently plays a big role with Steve Rogers to the point he's emotional. Okay, I get it, but I didn't really have that connection with that. So I give it 4 cigars because it definitely still had me interested. Major props to the sort of combat training scene, again, the Rocky montage, if you will. So for me, give that one 4 cigars. Again, thank you for listening. I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and tune in next time. Issue 119 of Captain America. Until then, keep calm and Comic On.